When I think of America's modern day military prowess, the war machine that we're capable of, it's amazing the amount of technology that we have, the the air superiority, the airplanes that we got, the F-22s, the F-35s, F-15s, our tanks, our cruise missiles, smart bombs, all kinds of different technology, satellite imagery. The United States has the most advanced military in the world. We have the most advanced armament in the world. And it's amazing how this can all come into play, especially when you have a commitment to proper funding, defense, and training. So you have people who are committed to a cause, who are exceptionally well trained, they're well armed, and they're made very capable at winning America's battles. World War II really started to devise the idea of there being more technology in a war, more than primitive Gatling guns or anything else of the sort. But the United States and its allies would develop various different technological advantages that would overall overwhelm our enemies. On the onset of World War II and in the beginning, the United States did not have a technological advantage. That largely went to the Germans and the Japanese. Um, they had superior weaponry and otherwise on the onset of the war. But quickly, the United States and Britain, by way of retooling their production lines, especially as you had assembly lines, thank you, Henry Ford, that could be retooled. Now you can produce mass product. That would also buy time for various other different things to happen. But much like today, during the whole COVID-19 coronavirus situation, when Donald Trump reenacted the Defense Production Act, now major companies with assembly lines like Ford, General Motors, or otherwise, instead of building cars, they might be able to build respirators or ventilators, anything else of the sort. Similar concept from World War II. Retooled assembly lines, just as I mentioned in the prior slide about retooled assembly lines now building tanks, airplanes, ships, rifles, all kinds of different things. The United States developed a production system that Germany and Japan could not match. And because of that, we now met their capability. And we also bought a little bit of time for American scientists, with the help of others brought in from Europe, who could enhance not just production capability, but they would also be able to develop various different other systems like radar systems, naval mine detection systems. Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of appropriate if you're off the coast of the Philippines. You want to know where the Japanese may have planted mines. Um, Various different long-range bomber aircraft were advented in this area, to where now you could fly off the British mainland into Germany itself, or maybe from the Central Pacific over to Tokyo. Hold that thought. So the United States started to develop a technological advantage along with a production advantage. The commitment to production, the capability for production, the opportunity and execution of that production starts to begin to overwhelm the Axis powers. Combining that with a British computer, the Colossus 2, that was now developed to decipher British messages, if you will, um, that now adds to an intelligence factor that now can provide an advantage for the Allies over the Axis powers, in combination with things like wind talkers and whatnot too. So what you see here on the onset, Germany and Japan had a technological advantage. That quickly dissipated because American production power and the commitment to the war effort. And then in combination with various different scientists making technological advantage to enhance our productivity, that would eventually overwhelm the Axis powers.